Okay, welcome to a new episode of Nate's MMA Corner. I'm Nathan. If you watch my show, you're in my corner. Today's episode is a post-fight show for UFC 223. Nurmagomedov versus Iaquinta. And that was for the UFC Lightweight Championship of the World. And then in the co-main event, we had the women's strawweight title fight. And yeah, it was a post-fight rundown of the main card. Let's get started. So in the main event, we had a late replacement, a very, very late replacement in Iaquinta going up against Khabib Nurmagomedov. And yeah, this was pretty dominant, 50-44, 50-43, and 50-43. Khabib was able to basically out-wrestle him a lot of times, but then Al was good at stuffing some of the takedowns, but still several of the takedowns landed. And then Khabib was able to land some good ground and pound and get a lot of good dominant positions, and that just pretty much repeated all 5 rounds. Al did land a couple hard shots, but wasn't able to capitalize, unfortunately. And it was a dominant win, clean, dominant win for Khabib. So he's our new UFC undisputed lightweight champion of the world. It's going to be exciting to see who he fights next. Can't wait to see who it's going to be, because there's a lot of talented fighters in that top 5 that could fight for the belt. Not just Conor and not just Tony, but maybe the winner of Poirier and Gaethje, or Eddie Alvarez. He's there, people are not thinking about him. And yeah, it was interesting fight nonetheless, because all the late replacements. But yeah, Khabib is now your UFC lightweight champion of the world. Then in the co-main event, robbery. I got the stats right here. Go to fightmetric.com. You can see it. I'm a Rose fan, don't get me wrong, but wow, I was shocked and blown away when I saw those stats. So the co-main event was for the UFC Women's Strawweight Championship of the World. Rose Namajunas defending against Joanna Jędrzejczyk, a rematch to see if Joanna could get the belt back. And you look at round 1, Joanna landed 24 significant strikes to 21. Round 2 was Joanna landed 25 to 20. And then round 3 was 30 significant strikes to Rose 19. Round 4 was 38 significant strikes to 22. Round 5 was 28 significant strikes to 23. Now, however, let's keep in mind round 5 did have 1 takedown for Rose, so that could maybe, in my mind, tie up round 5, but then the other 4 rounds are still pretty dominant. And then you go, well, what about striking accuracy? Okay, let's go over striking accuracy. So it was 35% to 32 for round 1 for Joanna. And then it was, okay, 44 to 41 for Rose in round 2. Okay, so she wins that one. Then we go to round 3, 44% for Joanna, 31% for Rose. Round 4, 49% for Joanna, 35% for Rose. And then round 5 was pretty neck and neck, 33% for Joanna, 32% for Rose. So Joanna overall had the more accurate striking, and she landed more. When a fight goes to a decision, I always say you got to go off the stats and who landed more per round. You got to judge each round individually. And collectively, it would add up, mathematically speaking. Joanna should be our UFC strawweight champion of the world. I do agree with Joanna 100% on this. She did say on the post-fight press conference that she believes she was robbed. I do believe she was robbed too. The facts are right there. This isn't some, my opinion or whatever. It's like, no, the facts are right there. This is a fact. She won the fight. But, we're going off the stats. And then you go, well, yeah, but Joanna's face would look busted up. Well, did you see Rose's leg? I mean, there's a lot of leg kicks landed. Joanna, landed, landed by target, leg kicks 37%. I mean, for Joanna. So, I mean, it's just, yeah, the judges got this one wrong. But, it's not Joanna's, it's not Rose's fault. Rose went in there, she performed, she did her thing, and she won the fight by these judges that, you know, these judges didn't know what they're doing, basically. And it's not never blame the fighter. Anytime there's a bogus decision in MMA, never blame the fighter for going along with it, because they're just doing what, you know, what was handed to them. And you know, if they hand her the belt, why, you know, was she not going to take it? Of course she's going to take it. Anyone would take the belt, right? If they say, hey, you won this fight by a decision, here's the belt, of course you're going to take it. You know, it is what it is. Hopefully the judging gets better in MMA. This is an example of bad judging. And then, yeah, so yeah, it was 49-46 across the board, unanimous decision for the judges. Don't see how they got that on there. But yeah, Rose defended the UFC Strawweight Championship of the World against Joanna in the rematch. Now beats her twice. It'll be interesting to see where Rose goes from here. There's some talented strawweights still in the mix. Carla Esparza has a big fight coming up. Maybe she could rematch Carla Esparza now if Carla wins that match. Then also on the main card in the featherweight division, we had Renato Moicano versus Calvin Kattar. This one, oh boy, I went back and forth before my pre-show, but I ended up picking Calvin Kattar. Got this one wrong. It was a great stand-up clinic for Renato. He won decision unanimous, 29-28 and 30-27 on two of the judges. It was a great striking fest though. Fun fight to watch. And then also in the featherweight division, we had Khabib Magomedov versus Kyle Bochniak. This one was pretty much easy one to figure out in my mind on my pre-fight. I picked Khabib on my pre-fight show, and I got it pretty much right. He won decision unanimous, 29-28 and then 30-27 on the other two judges. Pretty much dominated every position, looked great. Khabib did his thing, and he's going to be possibly a star in the making in the featherweight division. And it's going to be interesting to see where he goes from here. And when he gets to start fighting those top 5, top 10 featherweights, how will he look will be a big question mark right now, because he's talented, but so are these top 10. So it's going to be, from a fan standpoint, very interesting to see. Then in the lightweight division, to kick off the main card, we had Chris Gruetzemacher versus Joe Lauzon. Chris looked great. He dominated on the stand-up and was really able to dominate Joe Lauzon. And it was a TKO corner stoppage after the second round, because Joe was just getting busted up. And also, Chris didn't look too shabby on the ground too, and was able to do his thing. And yeah, Chris got a big win over a tough, durable veteran in Joe Lauzon. And ironically, Chris got a Performance of the Night award, and it's just so ironic because Joe Lauzon's in the top list of most bonus awards. He's somewhere in the top of that list, as I recall. And then just a quick little news break. Volkan Ozdemir is out against Shogun Rua due to legal issues. That was going to be on UFC Chile. That was going to be, I believe, the co-main event. And so that's some big breaking MMA news for you. And it's also, obviously, I got to bring up Conor. It's going to be interesting to see where Conor goes from here with his legal issues. So stay tuned. And tomorrow I should have the pre-fight show for UFC on Fox, Gaethje versus Poirier. So stay tuned for that. And until then, I will see ya.